All right, all right. Yeah. Shout out to the family. We finally rolling. Pardon the lateness. Y'all know how that go. We had to get a couple of things together. But I'm with the legend himself, A.A. Rashid, man. Welcome back, my brother.
Legend. How you doing, King?
I'm chilling, man. It's a pleasure to have you on the platform on this Friday the 13th. You know they talk a
Yeah.
lot of shit about Friday the
You know
13th.
what
So
Friday the 13th really got something to do with menstrual cycles? That the white man made this shit evil. You heard?
uh,
That's the midpoint of a menstrual cycle. That's the scariest thing to him, you know? And that's the biggest problem to unintelligent young people is cycles. They're not used to them, so they're scared of them. And then vicariously, what happens is you won't know when to operate certain principles. Yeah, because you be sitting up like Francis Ford Coppola making movies called Carrie. Yeah, which is about the and then Friday the 13th. It's all about having sex. If you see all of those horror movies, they
yeah.
always kill the sexual young people. You heard? So it scare you from actually participating in the act of procreation because you think that you about to do something stupid and make something bad happen to the world. You know what I mean? So
Right.
they always demonize the thing that the black man had already mastered. So
Right.
the black man have already mastered all cycles. He proved it in his geometry.
Uh-huh.
Right? So he don't have to explain nothing to nobody. You feel me?
Right.
He don't have to sit up and explain to the cycle why I acknowledge the cycle. You heard? I
Should
acknowledged it by my architecture, and I also put the planet back on its orbit because the planet was in jeopardy. Like Alex Trebek, rest in peace to Alex Trebek.
right.
Look, it was in jeopardy. Nobody can answer a question before I put the equal distribution of the land's mass on the spin orient according to physics in Egypt. So everybody think all spirituality come from Egypt. Nah, Egypt was the satellite society of the Congo and
Whew.
the Kushite extension from West Africa all the way into Indus Kush. You
Right.
see, so you could low key separate yourself from all of the world's ancient people by trying to find yourself the same way that the pilgrim find himself in culture. You feel me?
Right.
And he only found himself through separation and creating fake words to connect him back to a legacy.
Give me
So
an
if you look
example
at
of
the
a fake
true
word.
line,
Give
go
me an
ahead,
example of a
King.
fake
My
word.
bad.
Give me an example of a fake word so we can understand what you're saying. That he uses to
I
connect.
can't hear you. I'm acting like I could read your voice. Go ahead.
Hey, you can hear me right now?
Say it again.
You,
Yeah.
you hear me?
Yeah.
No, I was saying, give me an example of a fake word that he uses in his language that he.
Phoenician.
Mm,
What is a Phoenician?
mm,
So this is why I tell my students we used to have a site called Bible Will that taught you where the word was at and the number and the meaning of the gematria of the number associated to the word for mystical parlance. And then it's off the internet all of a sudden. And then when you go to now Bible Hub, go look up the word Phoenician, and it's going to go to a word called Cushdim. And no matter how much you say this, Rich, none of the purveyors of religion will ever show you. They would continue saying the word Phoenician, you heard? And be talking in the same semblance and the nuance of the captors and not go to the operative people who were involved with whatever Kush means in them. Kush them means the people of Kush. It's a plural term. So anytime you find it, it's the things that they was doing. So they was the ones that knew about dreams. They can interpret astrology, and they were the ones summoned by kings, and these were people of color. You heard? In a world where the world was ignorant. But that's according to that translative narrative. You know, in my books and my students, they know that the biblical Hebrew translated into English is Marvel Comics, DC Comics. You heard? Moses don't exist. He never had a Riri brother. You heard? However the story go, whatever, however it go, they didn't split a goddamn thing. You heard? There is no Red Sea. You feel me? And the Negro that's connected to that is the same Negro that is also holding on to one of the chains that's still around our neck. You heard? Because they are lazy and they're not scholastic and they have not done the study to realize that they're talking about Akkadian and Sumerian practices of West African magic to ward off evil and friends who are not on your side. They make little nuanced little behaviors and make little corny shrines to hate on everybody that got something around them to justify their existence because they donuts. And then they do this because they mama ain't love them, they daddy ain't love them, and then they come over into our circumference and play with us. You heard?
Yeah.
And we don't have, ain't no such thing as the devil and God, Ken. It's people that's for you and people that don't care about you. Simple. It's no gray area. If you ever needed a gray area, it'd be a lawyer to connect why you had to do something to one of these poverty-stricken Negroes or their sympathizers. I promise you. For real.
Hey, wow, that's a hell of a way to start the show. Hey, let me get to
man, this is a movie. We in California. It's called The Inciting Incident. What's happening? That's a body. Yeah.
You on fire tonight already, man.
Yeah.
Let me get to a few ads, AA, and then we're gonna start.
I love the ads.
We're gonna continue.
Feed the people. You a king. Yes.
Indeed. Family, shout out to everybody. Make sure you share this video, press like, let everybody know we on. I'm with the legend himself, AA Rashid. Let's get to a few ads. Then we're gonna continue our conversation, family. All right. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody who attended the options workshop with Billy Carson. Y'all should have gotten your materials by now. If not, I said I'm going to send the PDFs tonight. Billy already sent it. Look for a Dropbox file or a WeTransfer file. That's how they come in. So check your junk folders and all that. But you should be getting your stuff soon, family, if you haven't already got it. Shout out to King Salmon Holistic Numerovation course. This brother's doing his thing. One of the best in the world when it comes to numerology. If you want a consultation, you can text the brother 347-496-1022. Your full name and date of birth, and he'll get back to you. Shout out Copper Child Mike L for the crowns. Y'all see me wearing it throughout the show. This brother, what can I say? I mean, it's high frequency clothing. You know what I'm saying, family? We back with AA Rashid. Make sure y'all hit up that Cash App, donate if you appreciate shows and content like this. Been away for about a week, so it's good to see y'all back here. Shout out to everybody. Let me see you in the chat real quick. Let y'all fill in the room. Yeah. All right. CJ Brown, Tay, Super King, Lawrence, C. Diggs, The Strutting Peacock, Betty 6X, Strong Independent Black Queen who don't need no man. Wow. Shit, I don't know about that one, Queen. I don't know about that one. Wow. Renee Gibson. Shout out to Renee Gibson, a longtime supporter. Shout out to Renee Gibson. All right, let's get started, family. I know y'all here. I know y'all ready to get started. Yo, AA.
Legend. What's happening?
Let me ask you this, my brother. I was watching something. You're so well versed in history and world history, and I was watching an African brother AA talk about. I don't know if it was a doc. I don't know fly. I don't know if it was a documentary or it was an interview, but he was talking about African Americans, and it was actually Tariq Nasheed. I was watching his channel.
He's a king. Shout out to him. He's a king.
Shout out to
I went to the movies to see him. Yo, I was so happy, bro. In the city, like this. I was proud to go in the movie theater like this. The Pilgrim was like this. Here's your ticket. Like this. Yeah. Yeah.
Buck breaking? What to see Buck breaking?
It was the Hidden Colors, one of the parts.
Okay.
That he had playing downtown Manhattan.
Right.
It was
that's what's up.
And my Umi, God bless his dad, was alive. You heard?
That's what's up.
And my little brother went there with me too. I promise you.
That's what's up. So the African brother said that he felt as though African Americans didn't know we didn't know we had identity issues. Right. One minute we trying to be Hebrews. He said the next minute we're saying we're from Egypt. He said then we say we're Africans.
He's a genius.
He said then we say we're Moors.
That's my brother.
he said then we say we're Moors. And now we saying we
and then when the niggas that don't know nothing, they call themselves gangsters.
Right.
And then everybody else that call themselves conscious gotta suffer and answer the questions for a nigga that fucked around and got hurt by operating off of rules that he learned from music. And because his daddy wasn't there to tell him, or his mama wasn't there to tell him that you are not if I die, if I live past 21, I'm lucky ass nigga with a stupid ass outfit. You heard? So the African brother is correct. You heard? Correct. I just want to go. I want to go to Africa to actually cry authentically. Because I've been crying for stupid shit over here. You heard? Yeah. I want to go over there and see what they took me from so I can see what I could do or what I could have did or what I should have did when I had what I had. You feel me? But
do you feel real quick. Do you feel like and I just want to end the question like this. I've seen you watching you in your teachings. I've seen you embrace the Morris ideology with the Fez and teachings. I've seen you embrace ancient Kemet. You came in the game with the Kabbalah. So I've seen you, Black man in America, embrace all of that. So do you see yourself as lost by embracing that? Or do you see yourself as connected?
It's in my book. It's in my book.
Talk to me, brother.
I came to a part where I said I wouldn't study. The first time I approached Kabbalah, I said I wouldn't study it unless I could find black people there. And I found it. You heard? And then I found the Moors there. And then it reminded me of what my mother used to say, you heard, as a child when I was young. My mama used to say, yo, you created algebra. Why the fuck is you acting crazy in math class? You embarrassing us. Look. She like, yo, you made up algorithms. What is your problem, right? So I'm like this. Then I see a populace of black people that's using colloquialisms because the white man is going to use words to lock you up. I seen black people when I was in the penitentiary, a Puerto Rican showed me about the one man out sovereignty and all that. You heard? Right. Taught me about that. And then Blue Pill told me about an experience he had where he had to distinguish himself and got around some crazy shit because he was with Moors and the Moors questioned the flag that was inside the courtroom. They was trying to put, shout out to Red Pill and Blue Pill, Noda Ledge, Taj Tariq Bey, you heard? Brother Abdullah, you feel me? All these people, Hakeem Bey and everybody, my brother Azazel, you heard? And even Sinetta, you heard? For even giving us a platform to even talk about what this means to us as what is it to be a national, you heard? What is it to have a nationality, you heard? So then there is a whole community of white folks that are micro-national. There's a white woman I seen that got a country that she could fit in her hand, and she walk around with her own passport and get on. She could get on any flight she want to, saying that she's a national and a leader and the president of her country that can fit in her hand. It's a rock. You heard? So I'm like this. This is the same way you enslaved me. You said that I was 3/5 of a whole person. You heard? So now you fucking with math, right? Fuck 1/4. What kind of shit is fifths? What they putting in fifths? So it's 2 of them that ain't no human. 3 of them you might be. You heard? What's the other 2? For the Lord and for the Master? You heard? So then I'm like this. What you think the whole thing about the gods was talking about, and what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad headdress was about? You heard? And you from Harlem. Back in the day, Rich, on 116th Street and Lenox Avenue, where Harlem World, the club, was at, it used to be a spinning star and crescent. And under that masjid, there used to be a health food store. But then right there on 115th Street, that's the first place I ever seen that they was smoking crack, bro. They used to freebase when Space Invaders was out. You heard? There have always been a chemical war against your daddy, bro. You feel me? So they always trying to take his narrative. Yo, cut that food off. That shit is sizzling. You don't smell it? Yeah. That shit's fire. Look. Something like this. It's always been a narrative against your pops. Because everybody think they know more than your daddy. You heard? So how do they pull this stunt off? They do it through what? They do it through philosophy. You heard? They use words. And then they use words. And then we made up what is called contract and commerce law. So there was no King James in Britain like that. That's a narrative construct of what I would call imaginative historical construction. You heard? Right. There are no pictures of King James. You heard? And if he did have a castle, his castle was in a hut. You heard? A poorly constructed one at that. You heard? Because the castles in Europe have Arabic writing on them from Afro-Arabian nuanced behavior. The only people who had numbers for building and at that time who would leave notations are our Asian and our Afro-Arabian experience. So do you know that the white boy right now, Rich, got a whole reality? They know when asteroids and all that shit is about to hit the planet because they burnt mad books when they went to Iraq. You think the Iraq war was just about Saddam?
Yeah, I heard about that. That was about some. They invaded the library.
They went to go steal books, bro. And steal talismans, bro. For real. To play. Yo, do you know how much money they've been getting with Pazuzu? So how did the movie The Exorcist is about West African magic? You got to see the second part. You heard? Because they got to go back to Africa to even tell a story, right? So humans is sitting up suffering from their association with butt-hurt communities. You heard? So they mad that they lost major wars with colloquialisms pertaining to why everybody exists right now. It's because everybody is mad at black men and their associates for even fucking with us and hip hop, everything, and it's hurting them. But it's the only thing making money for the Americas, King. There's no other money. Britney Spears' daddy is like this. I'm done with you, man. Get the fuck out of here with this stupid shit. If you don't get a rapper in there, he's like this. You ain't had no nigga rapping around you the whole time I know you. Get out of here. You ain't been on no podcast. You ain't said nothing slick to nothing. Like this, I'm done with that. I don't care what no white folks or what a million people care about. Everybody, you only need one person to start the revolution. But I'm gonna tell these niggas in the street, little boy, you need 2 niggas to start a conspiracy. You heard?
Mm-hmm.
So y'all, you operating off the white man principles, and you think that you're gonna win trying to kill the righteous people. And I don't care where you find them at. These dudes need to be tougher than the poverty. You heard? These dudes is acting like, and then this the only thing, the only problems I got, Rich, I swear to God, is the women, they quit you on the internet. You heard? Then you be like, what happened? Then they be like this, oh, I love you. And all this boom. And then I'll be like, oh, what's the matter with you? Boom. You go back and forth with all this stupid shit on the internet. And then you be like this. But nigga business, I don't do that. You heard? I don't do that. I don't care who's winning around your way. I make games up. You feel me?
Right.
For real. And I've never turned my back on my origins. You heard? It's some niggas think that they could get far away from their reciprocity model. I live in reciprocity models. I'm standing on the shoulders of my big homies that protected me and kept me around and reminded me that, Ahmed, you smarter than this fucking derelict and this fake monkey. You heard? Don't let that stupid shit happen to you, or you fuck around being with these niggas for the rest of your life. For real. For real. So I've been figured it out. You heard?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let no nigga tell me that I'm less of a man because I read more books than him, son.
Right.
Feel me? And I made better decisions. And I listened to the best rap. And I fucked around and got locked into the best shit ever in the world. What happened?
Right.
And everybody that fuck with me is winning right now. Because my homie from Harlem, shout out to my big homie Ice Pick J, said never listen to garbage music. Never listen to garbage music. Niggas can't even play that music around me, Rich. And I'll be like this, I don't want to pay. I'm never going to do this. Some of my homies be like this, yo, bro, they send me so many emails, they got to pay me to hear it. You heard? I don't got no time, son. You heard? I don't. I'll be misleading you. So stop sending me. If I say you a legend and I look for you, because I don't follow nothing, Rich. If I go and I say you a legend and I recognize you, you good. And then I know some niggas that music is good, but you a piece of shit. And you was in a dominance hierarchy and you was trying to put yourself in the higher rungs of it, not knowing who I am. So fuck you, and I would never speak about you around bags and that big bread. That's my message to you.
Indeed.
To these niggas. For real.
Let me ask you this, you know, you always speak about the importance of hip hop and you know, how it's one of the only things that's uniting the world right now. And just a lot of other things about hip hop. Do we get, when it comes to being a genius in music and all the black music experience in America, do we still get that without the drugs, without all the drugs that these artists did? Do you think it's still possible for us to get all that genius music in the last 100 years?
Good music comes from experiences, and there have never been no good experiences without, in this, where we're from. Let me show you something. I did this for a reason too. Damn, I'm fucking brilliant. I bought the Rolling Stones stopped doing this years ago because it was fucking up the music industry. They begged them to stop doing it. But they put the top 50 and top 100 in the back of all of the old Rolling Stone. So the industry, this was the industry standard to find out where you was at, right? So this is the Cyndi Lauper cover, right? Cyndi, and like this, Rolling Stone, right? Desperately Seeking Susan. This is May 24th, 1984, George Orwell, right? This was the year George Orwell said that the computer took over humans, right? So here we go. We are 1984 in the top one, niggas ain't there. Two, it's Footloose in order. Footloose, Columbia soundtrack, Van Halen. But guess who's the third?
Who?
Your boy MJ, the Virgo. You heard?
Oh,
with the daddy.
Right.
That was like this. If you don't get in there and practice, you heard?
Yeah.
After that, it's Huey Lewis and the News. They under mic. The Cars. Famous songs about girlfriends. Culture Club. Ha! Boy Jizzorge. Number 6. The Pretenders. Number 7. Then who come up? Lionel Richie. Number 8. Now where's the hip hop? Go boom boom. I'm looking for hip hop. I'm all the way at number 19. It's Weird Al Yankovic. And that's not even hip hop what he's doing. Now look, hip hop. Where's the hip hop? Herbie Hancock is at number 32, right? Luther Vandross, number 36, right? Billy Joel is under Luther Vandross. Cameo is 41. Nena, Linda Ronstadt, the Pointer Sisters, the Alarm, Hagar Scott. Look, where's the Judas Priest is last? You heard? Where's the hip hop? It ain't there. So I know what this was about. When I was little, they were selling dope to my people. So the children of the children that had to eat listening to the radio, program post-slavery, listen to the radio, never heard none of their songs. This is why I'm 46. Play a crazy pop song around some nigga my age, and he'll start doing dance like this, in a bar or some stupid shit. Because while we was waiting for hip hop to come on, it never came on. You heard? So now, how all of a sudden, we're in 2021, and hip hop is everything. Hip hop is this people thing. Hip hop is this people thing. Now you're using hip hop to sell this. You're selling this with hip hop and everything, boom. And I'm like this. Why? Because of what? Because you selling people's depravity. You heard? Depravity. You feel me? So who's the first people that identified with black poverty? Who's the first person to sign Atlas? They sell Etta James songs to sell Cadillacs. She was born to a 14-year-old in the projects in Watts. What's that story? So they selling sad stories, King. You heard? They never stopped selling them. So when the homie said, yo, now they turned up the ampage and the amplitude, time to get it started. Whoop, I got whoop, now that ain't even a thing now, no more. Now they straightening niggas, straighten. This straight niggas, right? So it's like, what's the vibe? We back to the blues. So you hear the black man complaining about his experience, but he get money from complaints. So then they like this. There's a whole thing that come from that. It's a bunch of people that is living off of and trying to be without knowing it. They don't even know that they know, bro. that their success is making black men comfortable and becoming the throne of civilization. Only one person can sit on the throne of civilization. A throne in the concept of a seat means comfort. You heard? So in our ideology and our culture, your comfort is your womb. Because if they show you your first lap, I can show you if show me your first lap you sat on, then I can show you your wife. You heard?
Right.
It's no escaping that, bro. Even if you got beef with your mama, your beef is small. You got shit to do. You heard? I'm 46 years old, bro. Ain't no grown nigga with no kids sitting up like this, still dealing with no developmental psychological shit. They got shit for that. You can go address your shit that you deal with your that shit on the internet. You heard?
Right.
After that, you got to still get some money and still be a whole human and still be a provider. But then you got to also deal with this. You're dealing with humans that have not yet accepted the fact that no matter what your father was, your father is the progenitor of civilization. And then when you go to every book to go find them, they call them a deity. They call them this and that. If you go into the real nuanced language, none of the religious books is talking about nothing except for the hate that was encumbered upon your father and mother's relation to have you. So I'm like this. I am not afraid of no human. They was niggas hating on your mama when she was having you, bro. Sister, brother, sister, everybody watching. It was somebody outside like this. She ain't shit. Think she cute like this with the baby. They ain't shit. Ain't nothing gonna happen but nothing but calamity. But then look at this. Hate create hate. You heard? Hate create hate. In 2011, they had a Ku Klux Klan leader, right? That did a rally in New Jersey, did rallies. He was the controller of the Ku Klux Klan and the Nazi niggas in Arizona and Texas and everything. His last name was Hall. His son killed him. His son shot him in the head because his son said, I'm tired of this shit. You heard? His son was 10 years old. This is a story that they should have, the Black Lives Matter and them who don't give a fuck about niggas. If you really give a fuck about some niggas, you give a nigga some money. You heard? That Black Lives Matter shit is a lie. You pump faking. You don't give a fuck about no niggas. You'll be sitting up giving niggas money, or you'll be trying to socialize with black male psychology because they just want niggas to die. They just want you on the cross, but I ain't Jesus. Jesus is slow. Jesus is Riri. He was answering questions with questions. That'll get the shit slapped out of you, Jesus. You heard? Yeah. I'm not answering all these questions. I'm going to call my posse. I'm calling the homies. And I'm going to call my queen, too. Like this. And to tell her to call her brothers and her cousins and all them. You're not finna put me on no cross. Fuck out of here. Jesus ain't black. You heard? That's some bullshit. You feel me? Yeah. If Jesus is black, why the fuck they got a Candyman movie out? Let's talk about that. You heard?
Yeah. I hate, man. Hey, I want to get to give me a second. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Once again, I'm with the legend A.A. Rashid.
We with the legend, Rich. You a legend.
Hey, man, I appreciate
it. What happened? Underground Railroad, KTL Radio. Shout out to Arch Degree. Yeah, the young people. What happened? Shout out to Sonetta, all his family and his progeny. His family. You heard? It's your family. You feel me?
Indeed. Hey, I want
yo,
yeah.
Haitian Rich, my son, Rich, Sock by say.
Oh well, yeah. Shout out, I have you. I haven't. He's all right. He's all right, Rich.
He's a legend, bro. I speak to Rich.
Okay,
Rich
good.
tapped in, bro. You
That's
heard?
good. That's good.
Promise you, and Black Dot, grandfather,
Yeah,
granddaddy
his
IU.
granddad.
Shout
Man.
out to granddaddy IU too, for real.
My brother
For real,
Black Dot.
legend.
Hey, let me get to this post you put up on Instagram. Where you're talking about the Sirius star constellation, and this is August. This is what they call the dog days of summer. The majority of humans don't know why they call it the dog days of summer. But something you said, you said something interesting on Instagram. You said this is August where the pilgrims hate when the sun is in this station of the sky. They use August and dates pertaining to loss and victory, according to that feeble ass mind to act big in the world where they occupy the minority. Talk to me about the dog days of summer, its relation to us, and just this whole we keep hearing
Well,
about
what do
Sirius.
dogs
Yeah.
do? Dogs do what humans say to do.
Uh-huh.
Dogs is also envisaged in cosmology because the stars act like dogs. They go in the same route. You heard?
So the stars do what we tell it
dogs
to do.
act like stars and dogs act the same. So
Shit.
then when you go read
Y'all hear
the
this?
pale fox, you know foxes and dogs is cousins. You heard?
Yeah.
You know how you got a cousin from we is cousins to the Aborigine in Australia. Shout out to them. All the Aborigine people are suffering. If you get locked up, you die in jail. Why is the Aborigines people in Australia dying? That's another dialogue. We'll go into that later, right? Or at another time. Think on that. But this what they do. They monitor the behavior of bitches. You heard? A female dog. So what you do? What do? Female bitch dogs only go back to their meal, where the meal was at. And you can run anybody if they hoes with food. You heard? So this the same thing. This is how your ancestors can control quantumly the next experience based off of food acquisition and monitoring the behavior of cycles. You heard? And then that'll show you if you got a true culture. For real. For real. So go to Marcio Griot's book, create delineation for the what is called the what they call that shit divination systems. They put out a design knowing that foxes are always outside at night when everybody's sleep, right? Walking, and then they'll walk on the divination symbol, and each print of the fox's foot will tell the person who asked the question what is going to happen. You heard? You cannot make up nothing new in the universe. You heard? Nothing new is in the universe. You heard? So the only thing in the universe that I don't acknowledge is the things that don't feed me. I acknowledge cycles, you heard? And I also monitor this. Not only do I monitor cycles of that which I love and endear, I also monitor the cycles of hoe-ass niggas that acting like their mama. You're acting like your mama, you heard? And when God talk, you acting like you want to interrupt your pops. You heard? That play. You heard? So I'm like this. I promise you, I live on what I say. I bought a pair of sneakers for this, son. A brand new pair. I'm on here with you. You from Harlem. I got a brand new. I wish I knew how to switch the screen, son, so you can see my uptowns. You heard? I got some Harlems. Can't nobody fuck with me right now. I walk around with dirty sneakers talking a lot, son. Yeah. What happened? Look at Whoopi. Look, niggas don't even know how many Whoopies I sold. If you only knew.
Hey man, I hope start that whoopee trend, man. I remember I got you sent me that
Ain't no
shirt.
niggas wearing no black women on their shirt unless they butt ass naked. Then they scared to do that. They mama gonna get mad at them. You heard? Be like, how you gonna put me out there?
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah. Don't nobody want to wear Hottentot. Not even the effigy, but you wear everything else. You run around looking like a skinny dead white bitch.
Right.
Come on.
Indeed. Yo, I heard something interesting, AA, and damn, it was this old Bobby Hemmett video, and he was
Shout
talking
out to
about
Bobby. Yo, you fuck around and meet Jeff Bezos before you see Bobby. Bobby's the most.
he's incognito,
but Bobby will never dissipate.
Yeah.
You heard?
Living legend. He's a legend for sure.
We standing on his shoulders, bro. That's
I know.
Homie.
Yeah.
And I was around him. We was around him. You heard?
I remember you brought him and Phil to LIU.
Thank you, King. Thank you.
You brought him and Phil. You made history.
Yo, you know, and this the other play. I bought the same time I bought them. You see the Snake Eyes movie?
Yeah.
You heard? I got the footage. Me, my brother Atiba. I had a bankroll. I had Roberto Cavalli shades on. You heard? The conscious niggas is mad at me. They was like this. Why are you so clean? And we supposed to be poor. Fuck out of here. I'm about to have a daughter. Weird ass nigga. You heard? Yeah. I'm not out here looking stupid. You feel me? So I'm like this. We in a limousine with the big homies. We on the FDR, and then they had a G.I. Joe movie out with the I Ching. And I got the footage, bro. And it was Bobby and Phil both in the whip like this. Like I promise you. So this the ill play. Who brought Dr. Blair to New York after having not been there for 15 years? Because they said $1,500 was too much money to teach black people. And now all these niggas is running around conscious. You heard? And you got to pay them to be around them. It's bars of our teachers, you, everything you did as a young person, KTL, you heard, our mamas and all of them to have us for on purpose. You heard? Everybody that tried to get in our way and we stomped on their ass and nobody hears about them no more. You heard? We got to this point where you ain't nobody in the music unless you got some sprinkles of consciousness in it. You heard?
Yeah.
Even the Pilgrims. I don't want to hear shit from no white boy unless he honor the fathers of civilization. You heard? First. I don't want to hear that weird ass shit. Yeah, I'm 46. I was around that shit. I seen that stupid shit. I was in DFY with the stupid ass white boys. Yeah. Zimkowski. Shout out to Zimkowski. You heard? Zimkowski will beat your ass playing in the day room. You heard? Wash you up if you ain't got your math. You heard? Yeah. Yeah, because he knew you was a lame because you was over there competing with the other blacks. He was by himself. It was only like 2 or 3 of them. You heard? So he was like this. What? Look, I promise you. Promise you. Zimkowski.
No, facts.
Yeah.
What? So tell. I'm interested in hearing a little more about Sirius. We mentioned the dog days of summer.
In the Quran.
Sirius?
It's in the Quran. It's Surah 49.
What is the Surah 49?
It speaks about, and I said this in a rap. I said 7 times 7, 49 versions. You heard? God never questioned lessons. Fard is a Persian. You heard? 7 times 7, 49 versions. Fard was a Persian. Never questioned lessons. You heard? Never questioned lessons. Fard is a Persian. Why did I say that? because the full cycle of Sirius, and this is the thing, if you're a reader, how do you spell reading and threading? These niggas be acting like they in fashion, right? Everybody think they smarter than us and fresher than us. You can't spell reading without the interdental fricative of TH. It's threading. You heard? Reading is threading. Threads, right? We in the fucking over here. Bro, everybody, these motherfuckers come over here and trying to be fashionistas, right? Whatever, right? And I'm like this. Y'all don't get it don't get cold enough over there. So y'all don't really make sweaters. And y'all don't got coats in your closets. You heard? For when it get 20 and 30 degrees. So you don't know about threading. So reading, threading. Right? So when you're talking about Sirius star system, you're talking about a narrative of observation of ancient people knowing how to connect spiritual principles that appear in the physical world based off of recognizing celestial correspondence. So they have holidays that take 68 motherfucking years to perform. Whew. So I'm like this. A nigga can't even think past me to tomorrow. It's a hoe on the internet that spend more time making fake pages, and it's your wife today, come Monday, the bitch is your enemy. You heard? What the fuck is going on? So like this, you got to change your trajectory of what you're looking at. I'm looking at the sky, and I'm benefiting from looking at the sky. And then it give you this. If you look at the sky, see my big homie name is Rashid. I ain't never met nobody that brash and overtly involved in the truth as Rashid. Word is bond. Shout out to my brother Chip in Virginia, right? Chip with the camera in Virginia, because he introduced me to Juneteenth in Virginia. You heard? And let me tell you something. Virginia is one of them places that all African American people have to make into our Mecca. We be trying to turn into sand on your feet, Islamicized. You want to go to the kneel at the wall. You want to go to the comet that fell in Mecca. You need to go to Virginia, nigga, at Juneteenth. You heard? You need to go to the museum down there. Niggas need to go by every black people. Every time you see a black person in a comic book or anything where black people in imagination buy it now. An African brother told me this years ago that he said this as a master and an accreditor and who can authenticate real African art, told me the most important African art or American or art period will be African American ephemera, Jet magazines, Ebony magazines. You can't make this shit up. Everybody was doing the most while we was down under, fucked off. So whoever was popping in 60, 50, 60, 70, shout out to, what's his name? They made Hello Kitty after her, after the French. What's her name?
Was it Mom's Met? No.
Who was dancing in motherfucking Paris with them titties out?
Dorothy Dandridge? Is that?
Not even. No. Go. They in the comments now. Who's in the smart ass niggas?
Who they made Betty Boop and all that after? Who's the sister?
Betty Boop. What's her name?
Who they model? Who do they model Betty Boop after?
What's her name?
Is Josephine Baker?
Who everybody else is. Don't nobody know her. Josephine Baker.
Oh yeah, Josephine. Yeah.
You living in her. We living in them titties, man. Yeah. And she helped save the free world with them titties. You heard? I promise you. Yeah. I swear to God. This is everything I swear to everything I love. And don't be ashamed because I said titties. If you got titties, you can save the free world. You heard? Queen? You heard? Itty bitty titties and all that, man. Shout out to everybody. I'm a comedian too. Niggas say, yo, if this shit don't work, we going to the movies. Hey, listen, we about to make a movie. Shout out to my son Jimmy. Tell Jimmy I said, what's happening? Watch, we write motherfucking scripts. Mega, I promise you. Watch. Hip hop's supposed to be in the movie, Rich. We need to stop playing with niggas, man. That nigga, what's his name, is the nicest rapper in the world. That nigga Cam Bada is a fucking legend. You bust a cold play with that. That nigga, yo, any nigga with songs with Cam Bada. Red Pill was a legend. He got songs with Cam Bada. Any nigga got a song with Cam Bada is a fucking legend. That shit gonna last forever. We ain't got one yet. Yeah, inshallah. You know what I mean? We'll have a song. For real, inshallah. For real. We gotta get him in free. Shout out to my homies in Philly. Shout out to Broadnary. Shout out to Baca, to Hakeem, to my homie Scans, to my homie Andre Kafra. You heard? Shout out to Sadhu Gold. You heard? All the young people. Shout out to my rest in peace to Ali from Pipe. You heard?
Indeed.
Boom. To what you call it? To his whole family. You know what I mean? To Rue. For real. Triz and them. I'm telling you, yo, can I tell you something? They'll say that I'm lying, Rich. I said it on your show. I bought the DVD Zeitgeist to New York, and I bought it from Philly.
I remember.
I bought the what's that shit? No, not the Zeitgeist. What's that stupid shit? The
Chimedica?
with the Pilgrim.
Chimedica?
With the towers. What they was like?
Oh no, Loose Change.
Loose Change. I bought
Change.
that to New York, son.
Yeah, I remember those days.
Shout out to Umar. People talking crazy about Umar. And the people that hate on him, they don't got no understanding for black male psychology and the journey to still be alive and not be in the penitentiary or dead. You heard? He's a king. You heard?
Indeed.
Anybody that's speaking on behalf of anybody that's black is a legend. I don't give a fuck what sector you're in. You heard? But don't get in the way of your daddy's motherfucking agenda. You feel me?
Indeed.
For real.
Hey, I want to ask you, are you familiar with Rudolf Steiner's work?
Let me tell you something. I did a lecture with Oba, and then, God bless the dead, my mother was alive. The Anthroposophic Society. You heard? I did a lecture at his actual building that exists in Manhattan, and my mother, God bless her, procured this space because in her ideology, she said, you're supposed to be talking to these type of fucking pilgrims, Ahmed. You heard? Because the shit you talking is the shit that this motherfucker was talking, and he was Hitler was his biggest hater. You heard?
Who? Wait, hold on. You said
Rudolf Steiner.
Hitler used to hate on Rudolf Steiner?
Rudolf Steiner, that nigga Hitler burnt mad in that nigga books, boy.
Yeah. Hitler was a hater like that?
Rudolf Steiner.
Hitler was hating like that?
I promise you. Rudolf Steiner had books on Freemasonry and all that. He's a fucking savage. You heard? Yeah. I swear to everything I love. I got Rudolf Steiner books. The Pilgrims took over $150 worth of books from me for being lazy and sending books years ago for media mail. I never do media mail in the world. That's for bums.
Yeah, I messed up doing that.
No
when I first started.
That's what they should be called.
I first started.
I
messed up.
Yeah. Like, fuck your mail.
Hey, but listen. Bobby Hemming was talking. I mentioned a video from Bobby earlier. He was talking about Rudolf Steiner, and I think it's the book Cosmic Memory. where he was saying Rudolf Steiner was talking about before there was a universe, there was an Earth, and Earth. I can't quote it directly. He was talking about how Earth is the light from Sirius B or some shit like that. It was some crazy explanation, but he was saying how Earth was basically
getting this from narratives associated to Pascal Beverly Randolph.
Mm-hmm.
He's the first one to teach them vicariously through Euless of jump points, right? So I watched the other day. I got a highly coveted Beetlejuice toy, right? The actor is still alive, right? So I got the movie on VHS and I watched it, and it's all about one of the stars in the Orion star system called Betelgeuse, right?
Yeah.
And Betelgeuse is when you get the word guess what's gonna happen. You heard?
Yeah.
It's no telling. You heard? And then there's a narrative in the psychology of white males where they feel that they can control the world based off of acknowledging the stars. Where the fuck you get that from, boy? Small man? From me. All the righteous people on the planet got celestial holidays and they play games on the holiday. Y'all make movies about people dying and losing. We play the game so we can live forever. We only play games for holidays. These niggas is in jail and play games every day and don't even call a lawyer, don't even do nothing, son. They know all the tough niggas in the world with all the money, and they ain't ask for no legal advocacy or books. You heard? So I'm like this. The connection to Sirius is connected to observation of the black man's mind. And the Hogan, who is the Hogan? The Hogan is the one who has been born or selected to be the one who knows all the celestial secrets. But what happens with that when you become the big homie in Dogon Mali culture? This is why these niggas don't really want to be the big homie. You don't want to really be the big homie in no real African culture. Because then you can't go to the party no more, son. You can't run the street no more because you know everything. And this the other fly part, though. You get fed every single day, but nobody can touch you. And if anybody touch you physically, we have to kill you. That's how sacred you is. You heard? So we have modifications for this and other mythic examples where you wear white to remind you not to let no dirty ass niggas in the street thinking they hip hop and they tough and they daddy tough and they dead daddy tough, they dead mom and them tough, that they tougher than you. So you don't let them be around you to touch you because they're going to kill you. And that's what's killing all the young people. They in these narratives. You heard? For real.
Right. Wow.
So I'm like this. It's the nuanced behavior. I was like, yo, get off the internet. Stop acting like your mama. These niggas is on the internet. They in the internet, younger than me, and you acting like your moms. I can hear you. You got slippers on your feet, nigga. I can hear you coming up the hallway instead of click clacks and slip slap. I see you outside. They sell niggas Jordan flip flops, nigga. Ain't no, you can say anything you want about any nigga I know. I know everybody I ever fuck with, ever. I ain't never seen no nigga that I care about in no flip flops outside. Flippity floppity. You heard? I would be ashamed of myself if a car passed by me and I got flip flops outside. I don't fuck with flip flop niggas. For real. Unless them if they like what do you say, Air Nikes. see through. Like,
Family,
that's
give me a
my
second.
son.
Give me a
That
second.
nigga's a legend.
Give me a
Shout out to
second.
Ken
Hey,
Bobby.
hey. Let me.
Yeah.
The people in the chat, family, I just had to get rid of a troll. No, AA does not have a white wife. I don't know why some guy keeps saying you have a white wife. I don't know, but AA does not have a white wife. Cut the bullshit out, family. This is why people shut down chats and shit like that. Pay attention to what.
Rich, that's not offensive, bro.
Totally.
That's not offensive, bro. And I'm not gonna dignify that. That just shows that I have been helping people for their whole life. Yeah. And it's the best they could do, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of people that I know that's light-skinned, right?
Yeah.
And they have progeny. And imagine if you had to live your whole life because you 1, 2, 3, 4 shades lighter than somebody, and you gotta explain why you so, because of poverty from Black people experiences. So I met Miles Davis. I met James Baldwin. I met some amazing people, and I grew up with Biggie Smalls. You heard?
Yeah.
Right? And then I also remember when I was young, my Umi, God bless her, when she was in her journey finding spirituality. We was in the Sufi community, and the kindest and the nicest people that I ever was around had never had no racial ideology. I did not learn about racism, bro, until I went to prison, King. You heard? Mm-hmm. I thought that I had already conquered that. But then there's a hierarchy model. This is what happens for young men, right? If you ever have a successful ongoing relationship, you might have a woman that will only fuck with you because she don't really love you. She wants to compete with a light-skinned wife that you have that makes sound decisions, that helps everything that you do, and then she's going to say that a light-skinned woman is a white woman, but according to her impoverished psychology. You heard? So Allahu Alam, we're not here to be like this. I'm not gonna get up and do that. These niggas in the raps and all that, they be like this. When I was younger, broker than a motherfucker, not knowing what's, and then my baby too grown, you heard? And then I got a real whole narrative, and I got people be around me that's not even colloquially, as you call it, Black. So I gotta keep it tall with everybody that I'm fucking with. So if you say that you don't even know what you're doing when you do this, Queen, say that I got a white wife, you just making white bitches like me more. And it's in my direct messages. Yo, Rich, the computer is from the past, bro. Yo, son, I grew up, I used to sleep on the train, and I used to fuck crackheads when I was little, when I was 15. I know about humans, and they was grown-ass crackheads. None of them bitches was my age. You heard? So I understand about humans. Humans do irrational shit, and they use any excuse to do it. You heard? So is this a symbol of success? Is this a symbol of demise? Who gives a fuck? We're talking about Sirius and that dog. Because what's his name? What he said? Yo, son, put on motherfucking what's his name? The dog catcher. Woo, nah, I can't fuck up my son. They'll cut it off. They hear George Clinton shit.
Yeah, the copyright.
With the copyright. Yeah, they'll be cut this shit off. Then I'll be like this. My bad. Rich be like, man, why you did that? This ain't no DJ session. This ain't a person. Look, this ain't a person. Look. So Allahu Alam. You heard?
Yeah.
But I know one thing. I know my mama, as a Capricorn, is my cosmic point of reference for guidance. And the queen, that the same, when I told you that I was coming to California, Rich, it was to a queen. You heard? And do you know, I know niggas that I've been here, niggas is on their 8th relationship, son. You heard?
Yeah.
I know niggas on their 5th relationship. with their 7th kid. Do the math. How the fuck you do that? You heard? You know, I'm being, I'm just, I'm being hypothetical and a little like, you know what I mean? Like whatever. Like, but I'm like this, bro, this is a blessing. You heard? This is a blessing. And my mama taught me this. She said, thank the creator for the manifestation of their defects. And she learned that from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. It's a blessing for people to show you their defects. This is why I will occasionally, to show my authenticity, I'm going to my thing like this and get that out of there and be like this and then talk about some high-end shit like this. You heard? So, because they like to go see the preacher because they Christian. They want to, after Christian, you got to go to anime. You heard? What's the perfect person? There ain't no perfect people. You see, I'm already people. The perfect people is these niggas in the game. These niggas be in the game solving their problems. They kill their enemies in the game. You heard? Mm-hmm. And go to sleep thinking about motherfuckers in the physical world when you should be thinking about yourself. You heard?
Yeah.
You should be thinking, how can you give more onus and impetus and acknowledgement to something outside of yourself? That's a testament that your parents really did not give you enough substantial information in the form of hugs. Fuck talking. You heard? I know a lot of people that don't know what we know about that have great lives, bro, because their parents gave them hugs. What do you speak about the African American? Even these, both your parents had to go to work. You was raised by popular culture. You can't go to sleep without thinking about dumb shit. Tell me your age, and I can tell you what you go to sleep thinking about. You heard?
Yeah.
Yeah. You 30? You in your 30s? I know what you're thinking about. You're 19, 20? I know what you're thinking about. You heard? You got a cacophony of sounds in your mind that's going off. And these new kids ain't never had no real drugs. You heard? If I had drugs like this, if I had the drugs from when I was a kid and the internet, I would be a better stick-up kid because I would have been playing all the lames. I would have felt so good about myself that I would have found a way to get everybody that was playing with me. You heard? Now they all on pills and they're all asking for hugs, bro, and don't know how to ask for them. You heard? Mm-hmm. It's in the music. Shorty, I die for you. Get the fuck out of here.
Right. Hey, let's get to 2 questions before we get out of here. Hey, let's get to a couple of questions from the chat room. Family, give me a couple of questions before I get out of here with my brother AA. We done been over here for over an hour. I want to appreciate everybody who's still hanging with us.
Can we put my Cash App in the thing?
Yeah. What's your Cash App, my brother?
This how I go with them. They're supposed to be smart enough to stop acting like on Instagram that you can't see that it's in the thing. I'm not even going to announce it, son, because they so disrespectful. It's on the Instagram. If you know me, then you know that why I even know Brother Rich. So then you already know. So this is why I live in this bracket. I don't ask for nothing. Rich, I never went outside and sold no incense. With standing outside and asking no nigga to go come to my motherfucking lecture. None of that. You heard? When I figured out that they wasn't smart enough for me, you heard? I said, let me go get my teachers so y'all can catch up to the greatest student. Promise you. Yeah. Promise you. And I'm a student to the unfortunate and the misfortunate and the ones who don't know that they don't know. It's a whole branch of young black people that don't want to be dead. Niggas don't want to get killed for sneakers. Niggas don't want to be put on. You heard? Niggas don't want to be in the penitentiary. You heard? And then there's some elders who facilitating and making so that if you want to get free, nigga, You need to be facilitating the freedom of the young people. Why nigga ain't got no young motherfucking doctors and all this shit? We all talk about what's next. We worrying about the pilgrims about to send us down with just how can a needle kill black civilization? You tripping? You heard? When we have the information and the ability to enamor them with enough self-knowledge and respect to move forward, you heard? Mm-hmm. To do anything that we say. And I'm gonna leave you with this. Yo, bro, if don't nobody know about me, they don't need to know about me, son. You know why? Because the way Hitler and them won is the civil servants is the ones that sold the Jews to the Hitler and them. It was the motherfuckers that sat up, that got up to go work for the process, that didn't give a fuck about the people. But then I'm gonna tell you something, black man, you came over here with a post-slave neurosis. You came over here with a post-slave neurosis. Stop acting like you a nationalist for some shit that you don't even know about. You're a global motherfucking presence. You vicariously through acknowledging they have a body of people from the, what they call that when they was saying the anti-Asian, they was talking about what's the other people, the Asian, and then what's the other people, from them shit, the surface, the Maori people. Bro, come on. Don't tell me you don't know what I'm talking about. The Maori people. Do you know there's a branch of Asian people that to prove yourself, you got to get on a whale, nigga? Do you know that skating styles, Rasul, come from Burt? You heard? South Pacific people, right? South Pacific Islanders know how to navigate the globe just solely off of, they can get from all the way around the planet off of knowing star systems and wind patterns, bro. Surfing, you niggas talking waves? Waves, nigga? What's a wave, nigga? Me, us.
Frequency.
Yeah. How can you work? How can you find how to get from there to there, boy? Like this, without being your pops. You heard? So I don't got no time worrying about no whole shit on the internet with the Wi-Fi. You're speaking about your daddy inability to communicate effectively with your moms. All people that troll and hate are actually venting developmental psychological issues pertaining to them, as well as those who make a living off of speaking negatively about what black people do. One of the reasons, if not the most significant reason of why you is such a legend, is because you're from a golden era where your identity is rooted in uplifting our people, King. You heard? Mm-hmm. And you ain't here to speak about the end of days. You got a baby. We got to keep the world going, son. You heard?
Facts. Yeah.
I'm not letting no pilgrim sell me, what you call it, apocalyptic stories like we about to die. I got a whole 12-year-old. How many explain to the baby, hey, baby, time to die. Get the fuck out of here. Because the white man said we got to go. Get the fuck out of here. I'm going to show how to kill zombies. You heard? For real. Fuck out of here.
Hey, they want to know, where can they buy your books? Hey, where can they buy your books?
They should ask the lady who said that my motherfucker, see, if the lady who said that my wife was white, she would be getting a bankroll. You heard? She would be the one in the thing, but I'm going to let the audience tell them. People was asking me this, but it's people listening, and it's people who actually know the information, that the only way you could get my book is to actually know me. Or you could buy it from Black and Nobel. They the only other people, you heard? And back in the day, the first person I ever let sell my book besides me was Alim Bey. Shout out to him and his entire family. You heard? from the Carolinas. That's my big homie. You heard?
Indeed.
Promise you. So I'm like this. The book is available where from the distance between your heart and your motherfucking thumbs. They know it. They playing stupid with us, Rich. For real. Let's play stuff. You know what I mean? I grew up like that, son. For real. Playing dumb. You feel me? They know, son. They playing with us. I promise you.
One last question, AA. They want to know if you could give them any rituals that they could do every day to help them stay ahead. Any rituals that you could suggest to help the people stay ahead?
The ritual that I would tell you is to do this. This comes from ancient times. And even if you get in trouble and go to jail, all them niggas that y'all all look up to, and you couldn't wait till Dracula got home, the big homie that killed all of y'all, he had to make his fucking bed in the morning. Y'all get up and your bed be looking stupid. And you need to learn feng shui. For real. That's the ritual you need to do. And then if you Islamic, you understand the reason of wudu and why you have to wash your ass. A lot of niggas suffer. You died that day because you skipped. It's in my... Yo, I know Oba. Oba left a deep story and narrative on my album, Horse, about when you skip the ritual and you go outside with that dirty ass. Fubu. Your foot and butt. You're smelling like the foot and the butt, and you think you know everything, and then you fuck around and die, and then the people take the body, the pilgrims be over there laughing at you. You heard? You had them stupid ass slippers on with the Jordans, with them funky ass feet, and your body was smelled crazy. They was like this, get the fuck on out of here, stupid. And you died outside. You wouldn't even want in your house. You heard? So my mama said this. She said, don't you ever go outside with no dirty ass drawers on. And I swear, bro, yo, that's
black culture right there.
Bro, I'm going to tell you, it's abroad right now and some niggas too that's running around acting like they know everything. And they can't show you 2 weeks worth of drawers. And then the broad thing, and the motherfucking drawers look like she had
man.
buffalo
What did I get myself into?
It looked like the buffalo wings. Took buffalo wings out the motherfucking shit with her drawers. Like this. The niggas too. Like this. Niggas running around with that fubu, the foot and the butt, thinking you know everything.
Hey, man, you one of a kind.
Out there, inshallah.
Hey, you one of a kind, my brother. Hey, listen, I want to appreciate you for being back on here, my brother.
I appreciate you for having me. This is the best thing that happened to me at this time right now, King. For real. I needed this. For real. Thank you. And thank you for the comments. You heard?
Yes.
That comment, and you see we honored the week. You heard?
Yeah.
Hey, they say, say what my wife is. My wife is a fucking Capricorn. You heard? Like my mama and my daddy. You heard? And everybody else that fuck with me is benefiting from my foundation. You heard? And I'm not here. I'm not in no Disney movie. You heard? You in that twist mentally because your daddy ain't have a voice in his house. So you need to stop playing with me. You heard? Off the internet. Because I don't give a fuck about humans like that anyway. You heard? This is a matter of fucking public record too, son. You heard? As a child, developmentally, I don't give a I done fucked off mad pilgrims too. You heard? They like this. He is evil. He's stupid. You heard? So I be like this. Why are black people playing with me in the time when we got the internet information? Give me a hug when you see me. And sock it to my motherfucking pocket. Word is bond. You heard?
Indeed. Hey. Any email, or you good with that?
Email, that's where how the hackers be all in your business, nigga. Be watching you do all type of weird shit. Fuck them niggas, Rich. You heard? Yeah, nigga. Yeah, I promise you. Fuck these niggas, son. Yo, send me the thing. They got the beat bop beat whoop, brr. They be like this. The music go like this. Brr, boop, beep, boop, boop, bop, boop, bop, beep, boop. Look, they know everything. Look.
Hey, man, you
like fuck it.
You one of a kind, my brother. Hey, listen, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank my brother AA for joining me. My brother has such a unique perspective,
yes,
an authentic perspective to consciousness, and I want to thank my brother for being himself. If you resonate with the brother, that's great. If you don't, that's still great. But
I need you not to resonate with
my
me.
brother's being
because
authentic.
It adds value to me. No, son, I need
my brother's being authentic. Yes, I appreciate your authenticity. Yes. Hey, I'm gonna holler at you, my brother. Thanks again, my brother. We getting out of here.
All right, peace and love.
All right, peace, brother.